Welcome back, y'all. It's MCW. It's the Culture Lock. This is episode 9, but it's a special edition WrestleMania 41 episode. We'll be talking about every single match, including the world title match between Jey Uso and Gunther, the triple threat match that main evented that night with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, and the controversy there. And the biggest controversy of them all, the main event of night 2, and the disastrous, some would want to call, ending between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. We have a lot to talk about. Uh, our editor is gonna have a hell of a time editing this one because we're gonna talk for a long time. Um, but hey, let's get it. It's the culture. Keep it locked.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.
Welcome back to the program. As I said, it's a very special edition of MCW. It's the WrestleMania 41 review. I'm one of your hosts, Vic. With me, as always, got B, no Belair, and we got Les. How y'all doing today, man?
Feeling good.
Reeling? Reeling?
As much as we can be.
Okay. All right. Well, the clamor and the shock has been very apparent. Not even 24 hours removed from night 2, but we will get to all of that in due time. This is just a straight up WrestleMania 41 review, and we'll start it with Jey Uso defeating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Whoever wants to start.
So I feel like this match was a little bit rushed, but in a good way. Like in the beginning, they got in their stuff, and then they let it breathe for a while, but they let it breathe a little bit too long, and then they had to try to catch up. So it was like at the end of the match, I don't think that it should have ended with Gunther tapping out like that. Like how it should have ended to me was, yeah, he put him in the sleeper. Then he realized, he not gonna tap out, and then he'd go through the sequence of doing all 3 splashes and get the pin.
Yeah. I thought it should have ended in a pin. I didn't like the fact that it ended in a choker. I understand story wise
And also not
why
even a
it should.
submission guy. My fault.
No,
That
he's
just popped in my
not
head.
though.
I'm sorry. Like he's not even a submission person to be doing stuff like that. So it's like it wasn't even in Tequila Sunrise, Like
No, that's why I'm like, the reason I'm more upset about this ending, and I thought the match was good, right? But I was upset about the ending because like it took a minute for Ilya Dragunov to have Gunther tap, just for Jay to have him tap in 6 seconds. I don't care how many splashes, how Gunther is supposed to be a coward, like a heel coward person character right now. I don't care. It is Gunther, and he should not have tapped in 6 seconds.
yeah.
You know who also isn't a submission specialist? John Cena.
Yo.
That man won world titles off the ugliest STF that I still have ever seen.
I mean,
He's
he's not a specialist, but he uses a submission.
yeah.
You feel me?
Jay does
Okay.
not use a submission at all. Victor's just upset about
No,
the main event.
no. I really no. Like, and we'll get to the main event, but like,
Yeah.
as far as it goes of like people being upset, that is not even top 5 and what like I'm really upset about. That was like a little whatever, but we'll get there. Look, I really liked the match. I thought it was beautiful, classic.
Hmm.
Babyface felling the big bad guy, and the back and forth and the coming from behind. Um, I I have seen a Dragunov match with Gunther, and don't tell me where it was or when it was. But he made him tap out in like 2 seconds. It was crazy. I was like, "Yo, you really did that?" So that has happened. Um, and again, like you were saying, B story, what it made sense. He had his brother bloodied, and he had
Mhm.
him choked out. So
Yeah.
that comeuppance part makes complete sense. I think if it were me, and I am not a billionaire Republican, um, I think I would have maybe had him pass out or something like that instead of uh, I don't know if there should have been a struggle. Maybe there should have been a struggle and then a tap, but I think I would have had him pass out. I think Gunther's fine. I think
Yeah.
I don't think he really loses
Yeah,
anything out of this, but I I think to like just show him a little more respect. I don't know if the quick tap out was merited. It did according to the story, but a lot of this card had very thematic things that happened because of story in this, and it made sense, but maybe it fell a little flat.
yeah.
Um, but again, we'll get to that when we get to that. Um, so next match after that in the death spot was the New Day winning their 12th tag team title versus the War Raiders in a fairly unremarkable match. I think the crowd definitely didn't help, and that's one thing I'm gonna say right now.
Mm.
Crowd was
Yes.
terrible for night one. I
Yeah,
don't know what happened to y'all. Like, I,
No, I think what I had told people, a lot of those people, granted, not everybody in that audience, but a lot of those people also went to Stand and Deliver, also watched Stand and Deliver at like 9 in the morning, their time, before watching and going to WrestleMania. So, like, I feel like that also is a cause of why Saturday's WrestleMania was dead compared to
yeah.
Sunday.
fair enough. I just am cognizant enough that I'm gonna need my beauty sleep, and I'm watching. Like, all respect due to NXT, I'm watching Stand and Deliver like Monday or Tuesday. Unless I got a ticket,
It was
I
really
can do
good.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, Stand and
Yeah.
Deliver, great show.
right, right.
I think Stand and Deliver was better than Night One's whole show, to be honest.
I am not shocked at that. You
Yeah.
look, man, I'll say this about the New Day. They had like one of the greatest turns and moments of a turn that I've ever seen. It was one of the most beautifully executed things that I have seen. And creative or whatever you want to blame has
Hmm.
done nothing with it.
Yep.
And you know, hell, if you need the tag team titles to be relevant, yeah, call the New Day. They'll do a good job with it, and that's really what this was.
Yeah,
And I like the War Raiders, by the way. They are exceptional in the ring. I just want to give them their flowers real quick.
Hmm.
But yeah, having them sit in catering is not going to help anybody.
No.
And I don't know. Also, I don't know. Viking stuff just doesn't. I don't care for Viking type of stuff or Valkyrie type stuff. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We'll get to that later. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the match was unremarkable. But I like, hey, New Day's champions again. I'm cool with it. So
In a silo, like this match by itself was good. You know what I mean? At Mania, between the matches, it was in between. It fought flat. You know what I mean? And I have seen them wrestle better matches.
sure.
I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. Like these two teams have wrestled each other, and it has been phenomenal.
Right.
yeah. I feel like that's why they put them together for Mania, and
Yeah.
it just didn't pan out. Like the War Raiders, they're good, especially my man
Hmm.
Ivor, the big dude, bro.
Yeah.
That man, if they split them, give that man the singles push, like
Make him the HBK.
you know.
Got the endorsement.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Vic said, it was well to me it was like a decent match. You know, I don't feel like this was a. It didn't feel like a pay-per-view match to me, and maybe because the crowd wasn't into it, it just felt
Yeah.
like a regular TV match. But
As well.
it was a good match. For
Yeah.
like if this was a match on Raw, this would be an exceptional match. But because
Yeah.
it took place at Mania, it was just basic.
I feel that way about a lot of matches on this card on this night. And This next match, I don't feel that way because I love this match. It's a little
Mhm.
divisive. I thought everybody would love this, but I might be in the minority here. Jade Cargill defeated Naomi. I thought this was exceptional. Man, there's one thing you want to call Jade
Mhm.
green, you want to call her slow and this and that. And yes, she still got some
Mhm.
things to work out, but it takes two people to get the stuff done. And the things that she was doing, catching Naomi off like a dive and doing a
Mhm.
turn that to a jackhammer.
Super, yeah, bro, that was
Yo,
That was
crazy.
amazing.
Off a
I'm
blockbuster, bro. She tried to hit the blockbuster and just stopped her mid-air,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
bruh. That's crazy. There was a spot with the bulldog at the top. Like she has to catch her as she's. I forget what we call that bulldog. Rey Mysterio does it all the time, but you have to like kind of take a face bump. Well, with your hands, and then you come up, and
Yeah.
then you do the bulldog. Like from the top was incredible. The only slight blemish for me was the end where the electric turned to the power bomb that Jade didn't transition quick enough. She went for like a pin when I guess Naomi told her like, "Oh nah, you don't go for a pin here. You just it's we're going home, right?"
Mhm.
Love this match might be my match of the night. It's fighting with the main event for my match of the night, and I've been giving Naomi all the props. I could give Jade Cargill some
Mhm.
props too, but on the Naomi part, man, she is, and whoever the agent was, exceptional. Just constructing this, I absolutely love
Mhm.
this. More of this, and I'm here for. I need Naomi to be the first thing tomorrow. I don't care, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, get Naomi. She's of the 8 o'clock to me. So
Mhm. Well, for me, I felt like I liked the match, but I didn't really like it as much as Vic did. I felt like it was a little bit more sloppy than it needed to be. And that's on more Jade's side than Naomi. I think Naomi is the star in this match, and I think Naomi is what saved this match. You know, it was a decent match, but it wasn't as great as I felt like other people. Like people were saying, like this was perfection, and I was like, chill the hell out. Like, yes, I did enjoy the match, but I didn't. For me, it was a little bit too sloppy. And as I was talking to someone about this, they were like, "Well, Jade is sloppy," and I was like, "That's not an excuse for a sloppy match."
yeah, it was a good match. Um, I feel like this one was another one where it didn't feel like a pay-per-view match. The story felt like a pay-per-view,
Yeah.
but the match itself didn't. But it was still a good match. Like Naomi carried, carried. You feel me? Like she probably got a hernia after
Yes.
that.
oh man, y'all tripping. this is
I
this
just
is
feel
this is
like
a
for
showcase.
the
This is one of those star making things. Like I thought.
Now I feel like they're gonna run it back.
Hmm,
That's why.
Cool,
yeah.
cool. If you got left, more juice in that apple or whatever it is, I'm here for it. All right. How about this one? Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, beats LA Knight. Um, I only got I don't got too much to say about it other than moonsault into the BFT.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what a moment. But this was a pretty good match. I think maybe the way y'all feel about the prior match is what I feel about this. It was cool.
Mhm.
Didn't really bring me in, but I'm happy for Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Jacob. My man Jacob is prime. He in a prime position. Push that man to the stars.
Absolutely. I felt like this match was a good match. I felt again better than the last match, but I think it did everything it did, and he won clean. No solo, no Tangaloa, no nobody, clean, and that's what we needed.
I would have popped for not Tongaloa with the eye patch.
Yeah.
Uh, Before we get into this match, we should note that the WWE announced that they had acquired AAA, the Mexican wrestling promotion that has been around forever. Um, and they had a bunch of Mexicans and Latin American folk on that pick with that announcement. I'm like, okay, cool. This feels a little tokeny, but
Weird.
hey, maybe they wanted to be there. Um,
Not if you see some of their faces. Like,
um,
Stephanie didn't look like she wanted to be
bro,
there. Andrade
Who?
too.
bro.
Oh man,
But I feel like my man Triple H trying to do what Vince did back in the days
right.
and just buy up.
Worldwide.
He's just gonna do it around the world. He's like, oh, Vince did it in the country. I'm gonna do it in the whole world.
But the problem with that
Bridgewater.
is that we get into the issue that once there's no competition, then the product goes down. It doesn't matter. The best thing that AEW has done is bring competition to WWE to make the product better.
Yeah.
Can't really call it competition though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it started, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
when it
that's a
started,
good way to
Yeah.
when
put
it
it. Yeah.
But
started, it
like
was
that's you
competition.
had to start like something had to change. The pivot happened because there was competition. The moment they start buying up competition, like there is no it's gonna be one generic thing. It's gonna be WWE. And like granted, a lot of us love that, but how long do we love that product until we get tired of it and need something different
Yeah,
again?
AEW need
So,
to build some more homegrown people, and I feel like they
Mhm.
can be competition.
Yeah.
Still
yeah,
don't like it, but
Yeah.
it's a possibility.
I'm with y'all with that. The only thing is every era has, like a moment where just like you're not hot forever.
Yeah.
Even Drake is, I guess he's waning now, but it took him like 20 goddamn years, But same thing, like, and it might have happened last night, like this run that WWE was in, breaking all these records, but now the prices are crazy,
Outrageous.
and the average fan can't afford to go now, and now you have what happened in these manias, especially coming after how successful and how well received 40 was.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not gonna claim somebody's downfall right away, but maybe that's what we're in for. And this was what this not this match, I guess, but maybe uh, this story was for me. This Ray Phoenix going against El Grande Americano from the Gulf of America. So he comes out to that. It was like from the old movies from like the 30s. It was like that filter,
Mhm.
which it was like a very Mexican thing in those days, and I just don't know how to feel. But I'm not Mexican, so yeah, y'all would have to tell me. But
I
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not Mexican either, but from what social media has shown, a lot of people did not take a liking to this. It felt like appropriation. Um, and it feels like, particularly WWE doesn't always give the respect to luchadores that they should. So, like, them acquiring AAA, one was highly surprising to a lot of folks, but also, like, people are worried because, like, they don't even, like, they technically don't even respect it enough
mm,
to do it right on the show now. How much justice would they actually do for it?
yeah. I hesitate with social media
Yeah.
because people tend to overreact in those spaces all the time. That doesn't mean
Hmm.
that there isn't merit in those spaces. Um, but what y'all think about this match? I actually thought it was a really good match. I'll be a little short. But I don't know. I don't think I have too much to say about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, this was a good standing match. Put Chad Gable over. I mean, El Grande
Right?
Americano.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Chad Gable wasn't at WrestleMania.
Yeah, nah, I'm mad I didn't get to see Chad Gable. The whole
Yeah,
American
man.
made should have had the
He
match.
should have been at WrestleMania. He's a great talent.
Facts. Facts.
Him and so many other people.
A lot of MIAs.
But
Sure.
the only thing that I'm mad about is that we were robbed of a Rey Mysterio WrestleMania attire.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. That happened like the day before.
Yeah,
Like the
bro.
injury was
Yeah.
crazy. You know.
And I'm happy for Ray Phoenix. Like I love Ray Phoenix.
Right.
I was a little bit disappointed because, he doesn't get to get his own actual entrance and stuff for his first match at Mania. But it's exciting to know that him and his brother did like have a match at the same Mania.
True. True.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out the way it did for sure.
Yeah.
All right, for the women's WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton overcame Charlotte Flair. This was ugly, and I mean that in how rough it was, and I also mean
Mhm.
that in the quality. I did not like this at all, and I watched it twice just to make sure. It was better the second time, but this was very disappointing, especially for the caliber of these two ladies. Um, and y'all explain to me, was it a chemistry thing? Was it, because again, with these two women, it should have been a lot better than it was. B.
Yeah, I thought it should have been much better. It was an okay match. It's not a Charlotte match from Mania. You know what I mean? I seen Charlotte in 10 times better matches, to be honest. I think I don't know what went wrong, if it's still like emotions brewing between the both of them or whatever the case is, but the crowd did not help. The crowd made this match 10 times worse than I think it actually was, cuz it was silence throughout that match.
What did y'all think, real quick, about Tiffany's entrance with the Barbie?
It was cute.
Yeah, I
Like,
liked it. It was pretty cool.
I liked it.
it's cute. That's what she's been wanting that for a long time, and
I mean, she's a real
it's
life
cute to
Barbie,
have it.
so.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
cute that she got it for Mania.
uh, uh, uh,
But yeah, this match
yeah,
was
go ahead.
dead.
The match, yes, yes, the
Yeah,
match.
this match was very dead. Um, I went to the bathroom halfway through. That's like I said, this was gonna be my bathroom match because I already knew from that promo when they was shooting,
Hmm.
it was yeah, it solidified this match wasn't even gonna be watchable. So it proved me right, Negro Diamonds.
Were y'all surprised at it only taking one moonsault to beat Charlotte?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
couldn't expect it because like it's Hunter booking. So
I'll say this. Again, I probably had a worse opinion about this match than y'all did, but when she did that one moonsault, and I'm like, doesn't seem like the match is gonna end, but please end it now. Uh,
oh, when Charlotte got the
Yeah.
feet up.
nah. When she actually hit it,
Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay.
thought she was
Yeah.
gonna kick out because I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it's gonna end now. But I'm like, please end it now. Is that all we got to say about it? Or,
Yeah.
Next.
man, man, this is A plus mania. I'll tell you that. In your main event, Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk, who was accompanied by Paul Heyman and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. I will let y'all speak first, but I want to talk about the entrances first. Roman coming in with those things are hanging with like all his aunts and like his family. That was the coolest thing
Yeah.
I've ever seen, man. That was like really like putting the honor to your family and your lineage, man. That was great. In Living Color, bring CM Punk down to the ring. I love that they. I did call it, but this wasn't for me to brag. But it just made sense. They did it at his the last WrestleMania he did, and then his first WrestleMania back. Um, and I thought, that band is still, top tier.
Amazing.
Like, man, like flowers, bunch of flowers to them.
Mhm.
And even Seth Rollins coming out with that trash bag, which was repel like a
The
retardant for
fire.
the flames. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm here. He came with that little flamethrower. I'm like, you doing the thing The Rock did? Like, what are
Yes.
you doing?
Yes.
And then that
Put that
should
in your
have given us
mind.
right. That should have given us a hint. But I liked it. Then he takes the thing up, pause, and then he's just got the white. Like, I thought that was really cool. And we talked about Seth Rollins having a great attire for Mania, and he delivered once
Every
again,
time.
1,000%. So definitely had the pomp and circumstance for this main event of WrestleMania, a match that many people were like, oh, maybe it shouldn't have been the main event. Um, because what was really at stake but Paul Heyman. But we're here, and the build-up was great, I thought. Les, what did you think about this match?
This match was 9 out of 10, bro. It was almost perfect. I don't know what it was missing from being perfect, but I can't call it perfect. But the entrances, I love the entrances. Seth coming out with the crown, the thorn crown on the glasses, bro.
Yep.
Oh my God, chef's kiss, bro. Whoever designed that fit need to keep designing his fits because it
Troy
wasn't too
King.
much. It wasn't too much, but it still said Seth Rollins, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Roman Reigns joint, they stole that from 2K. Uh,
The bloodline.
Yeah, with the no, all jokes
Yeah.
aside, like
Yeah.
I don't want to give no spoilers for the game, but they got it from the game, all right. And then CM Punk having Living Color, definitely perfect for him to have them come perform that song. I love that song. I listen to that song, not even a wrestling song. I just love that song. But this match, yeah, I was like jaw dropped the whole time. Like when they did the triple finisher spot. Like I feel like it was like a little sloppy getting into that position to do the like when he hit Seth with the go to sleep and then Roman hit him with the
Mhm.
spear, then Seth hit Roman with the stomp. Like it was a little sloppy getting into position to get that done, but it was executed perfectly.
I'll say this. I'll let you main event here be. So I thought there was definitely a lot of finisher spamming by the end, which took me out of it a little bit. I thought the story they were telling though was great. Paul Heyman going next, or rather, CM Punk going next to Paul Heyman at the beginning of the match to just kind of rub it in Roman's face. That whole thing with the Shield power bomb that they teased, and Roman's like, "Nah, I'm just smack the ish out of Seth Rollins." And yeah, I thought again. I think you could see the turn coming from a mile away, but I still think it was executed. I will say this is like someone who's not a physical performer. I'm talking about Paul Heyman. Those low blows, I don't know. I think they might need some work. I, who?
What was that supposed to do, bro?
Okay,
Like,
you know. But I thought yeah, this was pretty. It's more excellent than it is good. I will say that. B.
Yeah, I greatly enjoyed this main event. It was my favorite match on Saturday for obvious reasons. From the intro to the outfits to the gear. Like, I was really like chef kiss on this, honestly. Also, big props to Troy King. He is the man who designs and like does a lot of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's, and even he dresses Big E. He does a lot of dressing backstage, and big props to him because he makes these cats all look amazing. With that said, I was here for all the nonsense. I was here for all of the emotion that Paul Heyman faked just to be on Seth's side at the end. I knew he was gonna switch to Seth's side, and I was excited to see it. Like, I'm here for whatever is gonna happen next. And that video of you seeing Becky Lynch jumping up and down backstage, that was me. That was me at home, being like, yes,
The right person definitely won.
Yeah,
And it's
yes,
definitely.
interesting. It's interesting where this
absolutely,
is gonna go. Seth Rollins gonna have to address people. Paul Heyman's gonna have to address people. I don't know if y'all saw Heyman on Pat McAfee. That man was trying to get that show canceled. Uh, he 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 told somebody they were gonna get deported. That's crazy. You might want to look at that.
First of
Crazy.
all, that man speaking throughout the whole show was driving me crazy. And Pat doesn't drive me that much crazy, but I was just like, he cannot. What is, he was driving me
Yeah,
crazy.
Pat
Yeah,
McAfee starting to lose it for me. At first, I
yeah.
liked him, but
He
now
started
it's
to
getting
bother
annoying.
me.
Yeah,
Especially, well, we'll get to the Intercontinental title match in a minute, but like that mask had this whole significance to it, and Pat McAfee's making a dude wipe stroke, and like and here's the difference between because if you want to talk about that ilk, him and Booker T are from a similar ilk as commentators. The big difference, and this is very simple, Booker T is actually funny. This man is
exactly.
not, and he's never been, and I don't get it. But what would y'all rate night 1 out of 10?
Um, I would have to rate it a 7. And the only reason it's even that high is because of the main
Same.
event. Like,
Yeah, this is a 5 for me, man. The world title match, Jade, Naomi, and the main event. Just care. Everything was just pretty unremarkable. Unfortunately, especially
yeah.
for like a magnitude of this show of this magnitude.
Yeah.
Um, but y'all ready to get to night 2?
Yeah.
I will say this show started hot, but by the end, the best thing that I had done all night was celebrate Easter. And when I say
Yo.
Easter, I'm not talking about religion. I'll just put it that way. It fell on another day, is what I'm saying. Anyway, so your opening match, a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky defeated Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I'm not gonna say too much about the match. I'll let y'all do that. I will say that it was an incredible match, and it just proves why these three are at the positions that they're in. You can go ahead, Les.
Yeah, this was incredible. It was non-stop action, bro. Non-stop from the beginning to the end, and they did not let up. And it was like it's like they definitely. That's what, like I said, that was definitely how you open a show. Like night
Hmm.
two got off to a bang, and they kept going and they kept going. Then it fell off a cliff, but uh, but the right person definitely won. Like I wanted Bianca to win, but I'm not mad at the fact that Io won. I would have only been mad if Rhea won.
I'm just watching Victor's face.
It's your turn,
Sorry.
B. I don't know. It's your turn.
Um, as I predicted, it was Io who's gonna win. I think it was the right person to win this. I know how other people feel, and it's not like I didn't want Bianca to win. I did, but story wise, I think it was the right person who won. And this match was phenomenal. They did an amazing job. The crowd was hot for it. Like, this is what we needed going into night 2.
How much time I got? B, B, you are absolutely correct. With the build that they did, the only logical way was to have Io win. Because if you're gonna have you're gonna be the afterthought, quote unquote, in the feud. If you lose, you look worse. You're not.
Mhm.
That's tough to recover from, right? But if they had built it differently, like, oh, let's actually respect Io because she's a world
Mhm.
class athlete already, and there's no reason why she should be thought of as an afterthought. Then yeah, you can have Io lose, and then she's not hurt by it. Now, I just maintain there's always money in an undefeated streak, and we're not counting no battle royals.
She's never undefeated.
Well, definitely not now. She's definitely not now. Not only did she lose, she took the pin. I
Yeah,
don't know about that, man. I'll say this: this better build up to, and I need this happen tonight. I need blood, not literal blood, but I need Bianca to like turn heel. She needs to snatch some lace fronts off some people. I need the NXT. I want the old Stone Cold. I need the old Bianca Belair. They used to just she will beat the
facts.
bricks out. Like that's what I need. I need a vicious Bianca Belair because she got done dirty this whole build, and you know what? I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Y'all people racist. Not y'all. I love y'all. Y'all people racist. Why y'all booing the only person that got the right to I don't understand. Y'all gotta explain it to me. It's the people are too obsessed with the goth thing or whatever it is, and maybe she's your savior. Oh, by the way, watch Sinners. It all relates to what we're talking about now. It's a great movie, but
I heard it was
it was
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah, I need to
Stay for
see
the
that.
post credits. You're gonna miss some stuff. But anyway, um, I just don't understand because at least again, I'm not a Republican billionaire. I would have put Bianca Belair in a position where she made sense for her to win, and then down the line, years ahead, you have marquee matchups. Oh, can you beat Bianca Belair at WrestleMania where she is undefeated where she's untouchable? I don't know. I just thought it
Mhm.
made a lot of sense, especially with somebody of her caliber. We're not talking about uh, no disrespect. We're not talking about Kelly here. We're talking.
Yeah.
No, I like her. We're
Maxine
like
Dupree.
legends.
Yeah.
But we're talking we're talking about who can go. That's just it
Yeah.
is what it is. So this just made the result just didn't really make too much sense for me. I was speaking with my sister about it, where I was like a lot more heated about it, and I got it all out my chest. So this is the tame version of that. But I loved the match, and the crowd was a lot better, 10 times better than they were for night one. So I don't know what different
Yes.
people they got, but they were great. Oh, by the way, I love the stage where they had the people like next to like that hotel thing.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was really cool. Sidebar: I'm getting off track because I'm getting all.
No, I thought that was cool. However, I didn't think they could see. So
Yeah,
like,
bro. I had to
Yeah,
ask you.
they had to be
yo,
watching the Titantron the whole night.
I
You had to
was
be like,
like, this looks cool, but like, can you see? Like, how much you pay for those tickets?
they obstructed view on the ticket.
1200.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Exactly.
For that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's match of the night for me. Um, match of both nights. Keep it a buck with you.
Mhm.
And I
That's a
thought it could
fact.
have used 5 more minutes too. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, it was perfect for what it was. Still could have used 5 more minutes, and I would have I would have been okay with it. This if we're gonna give it a star system, this is a 5 stars for me. Unlike that Charlotte Flair
Absolutely.
Tiffany match, that's -5 stars. But you know, here we are, man. Oh, I'm excited to see where this goes. I need Bianca to crash out. Um, it just made no sense. She's gonna take it. I don't know. I've been rambling for like 3 minutes, and y'all haven't stopped. All right.
No.
So, in another excellent match, Drew McIntyre defeated Damian Priest in a Sin City Street fight. I was surprised that Drew won this, but man, the way he won, that was vicious. I like it. It wasn't. It was what Booker T. No bread. no water,
Nah.
just
Just me.
back to that Charlotte Flair when she was doing that. I want to say Stephanie back hair. I keep forgetting the
Finisher.
move.
Yeah.
The
They
Devil's
doing the
Kiss.
yeah that
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
which Madison Rain was like the originator of that as far as I know. I found myself doing a Book of Tea, but it was like the opposite. It was like yuck, yuck, yuck. Uh, 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 Anyway, your thoughts, Les, on Drew Mack and Damian Priest?
I like the match. It's not really much to say. The build was kind of Drew had a point. You feel
Yes,
me? Like
he
Drew
always been having
has
a point.
the most of a point, bro. Like this man has taken everything from him. Every time he's right there,
Yeah.
why you gotta be here, bro? Like,
It's circumstance, bro.
you know,
Just happened to be there.
the spot
Yeah.
off the ropes into that table, yo. I thought I legit thought Damian Priest knocked himself out. Like I
Yeah.
legit thought he was just
Yeah.
out there like this, gone, and like McIntyre was gonna have to carry him back to the ring or something, because they can't call no count out or nothing.
But he could have pinned him there. So I have to say my biggest qualm about this match is that this was not a street fight. This wasn't a street fight. Like they didn't go into the crowd. They didn't do anything crazy. This was a no disqualification match.
No holds
Like
barred.
no holds bar.
Yeah.
This really was not a street match, and this is the only thing that I'm upset about. But other than that, I greatly enjoyed that match. I wanted to see some candlesticks, but like
I am personally tired of candlesticks. They got overused from like 2012 to 2023 or something like that. Um, but yes, a little more physicality, right?
I got a question because this came up during this match or whatever, right?
Yep.
When I was watching. So, how do you explain the difference between a no DQ match and a no holds barred match to a person that doesn't watch wrestling?
Well, Les, I think that's a Le-
That's a good ass question.
I think that's a clickbait question, and you should do better, and you should ask better questions. Just trying to get some headlines. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let us know below what you think is the difference. Because obviously, I don't know. I honestly would not know how to tell someone what the difference
It's
is.
Look,
the
this is
same
how
like
I'd explained it. I'm gonna give y'all the perfect way to explain it, right? Alright, so I said, alright, so a no holds barred match means there's no holds barred, so you could use moves as banned, like a power driver or something like that.
Yeah.
That was the best way to explain it. That's how I explained it.
so.
So
This is one of the things that have always annoyed me because no disqualification is like you remember like George Carlin bit about like shell shock, and now they
yes,
post traumatic
yes.
Yeah.
stress disorder. Like they just
Yeah.
give it like they just make the word bigger to make it sound like no disqualification. Oh, I get it. No holds bar. That's 3 syllables. What? What? Like what's this? Well, no disqualification got more syllables, but I just
You just say no DQ.
right,
Like I
yeah.
don't.
But that was fine. Like street fight. Okay, that definitely 2 syllable. But then it's
But they
like
didn't go nowhere. This
right,
is
but
that's why I was
but my
upset
thing
about
is
it.
like they're essentially the same thing, but you're just giving it
Yeah.
different names that don't need to. What was that Sami Zayn KO thing called? The Chamber.
Oh the no sanction match.
The
No
Oh,
unsanctioned.
sanction.
unsanctioned.
What the
Yeah.
hell is that?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So in AEW, I think it makes more sense because when they were actually counting the wins and losses, that match didn't count
For the win
towards your
loss
wins and
record, yeah.
losses.
Now
Yeah.
that makes sense. At least
Yeah.
to give it some significance. But
Yeah.
other than that, for the Intercontinental Championship, my boy, Dirty Dominic Mysterio defeated Braun Breaker, Penta, and Finn Balor. This is where the show peaked for me. This was an incredible match for especially the time it got, man. Just loved everything they did. The finish with Dom pinning Finn was great because it furthers that story. And Penta and Braun Breaker still look great in defeat. Braun Breaker especially, man, that guy just spears people and goes home, and yeah, he does it well. What'd you think, Les, about this match?
This was a great match right here. I'm especially happy that my man Dom won. I'm just tired of them putting people on like losing streaks and then they just get a belt out of nowhere. You know,
Right,
like
Mm-hmm.
if
right.
you know, just build them up the right way. Like people are gonna accept that Dom got the belt because everybody wanted him to have the belt, but just do it in a different way. But other than that, this was an exceptional match.
B.
This was top three match of both nights for me, to be honest. Like this match, I had to go back and watch it because we ended up eating dinner in the middle of this match, and I could not help that. But I ended, but this was top three. I think the ending was phenomenal. The winner is Dirty Dom, and having him win the way he did, especially after Finn basically screwed him over, for him to really screw Finn and pin Finn, I think that was the perfect ending to that match.
Were y'all surprised at how the crowd just became this very pro Dominic Mysterio crowd?
No.
No, that wrestling fans are fickle, okay? And when even if we are booing, sometimes it's because we actually like you as a heel. You know what I mean? Like we're fickle, so like people are happy that he got it, he deserved it, and people seeing the work that he's been putting in.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's a consensus thumbs up from all of us on this match. And now we get to Randy Orton facing a mystery opponent because KO got hurt. And, well, if you say his name, he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Do y'all believe in Joe Hendry?
I
I
believe in Joe
believe in Joe
Hendry.
Henry.
Bro, I'm just so glad it wasn't
Yes.
Rusev.
Yeah. No, it was just his lawyer. It's just Rusev's lawyer.
Cause yo, bro, like on the pre-show, they was like, oh my god,
Chanting his name.
oh lord, they was on the pre-show, they was
Yeah.
giving away everything. They was giving away the return. They was giving away the outcome of the main event. Like,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
this one, it was a good swerve where they was just, oh, it's somebody, it's a free agent from some other company and blah blah blah. Okay, but yeah, I like that. Great match. You need some kind of little comedy spot every now and then in the wrestling, and this was perfect. Randy Orton has become that where he could have the comedy spots but still have a great match behind the spot.
So I thought the spot where he does the turn and then the RKO out of nowhere was great.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Not so sure about the second RKO, like on the Stone Cold kind of way. So I have to
I
ask.
called that. I was like, yo, he gonna do it again. He gonna do it again.
I
Yeah.
thought so too, and then I have to. This is why I asked y'all. Like, is this how you showcase the TNA World Champion? Emphasis on the World Champion. Because I'll be honest with you, Randy Orton took longer walking to the ring than what this match took.
Yeah, I really expected it to be longer, especially because like Joe is actually a really good wrestler and he deserves all his flowers. And I thought this was going to be his moment to show that like he can compete with what people think is the top of the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
What is the top of the wrestling industry? And I feel like they gave him some of that, but not as much as they should have. But I love this. I thought like this is what night one was missing, a comedy spot, like a something like just to let us breathe. This is what night one was missing.
Us.
Yeah, it's not a good way to put him to display him, but I still feel like it's a great spot for him to be in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. There was a lot of discourse on it. Even me, when I first watched, I was like, "Huh?" But Um, I think ultimately, man, people know if you didn't know about Joe Hendry, now you know, and now you could go watch him in TNA, or he'll be kicking ass. Um, so this match, I thought was gonna be a little better than it was. It was still good, but it was Logan Paul defeating AJ Styles in a straight up 1-on-1. Um, Karrion Kross came in, one of Logan Paul's people. I don't know who that is, but Karrion Kross came in. Then after the show, drops a pipe bomb. Um, so y'all can talk about the match. Y'all can talk about the Karrion Kross promo, whichever one y'all want to go. I'll go with you, B.
Um, as much as I hate to say it, I did enjoy this match. Um, it was good for what it was, you know. It obviously people were upset for him to defeat AJ Styles. I was more upset that they said he was from Puerto Rico, resided resided from Puerto Rico through the ways of Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing upsets me more for whatever reason.
Oh,
Anyways,
there's a reason.
there's a reason. There's a highly reason. um but yeah, honestly, it was a decent match. I think the Karrion Cross promo after the match and what Karrion Cross did was more significant than this match, to be honest. And I think moving forward, I think it's a good thing for Karrion Cross because he's been in limbo. We have him in limbo, and I think this is a good way for him to like push through all the nonsense.
Yeah, free my man Cross, bro. Like, free my man Cross, bro. Because him when he was in NXT, he great run. Before that, when he was on Independence, when he was Killer Cross, then he need to be Killer Cross, bro. And like he said, this is a message from Killer Cross. He ain't say Carrying Cross. He said this is a message from Killer Cross. So if they let him go back to Killer Cross, bro, and let him do the heelish things that he was doing, and I feel like the name kind of kills his character as well. So it's like him being Killer Cross will give him that fresh look that everybody needs for him.
It's funny because when he did, I think it was with Sam Roberts, right? He talked. He said what he said, and I thought like, oh, he said like, oh, AJ had to do was the right thing, um,
Mhm.
and to use the brass knuckles or whatever. And I'm like, oh, someone being too honorable cost them also as well later in the main event, and we'll go in depth there in a few moments. But in your semi main event, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez unsuccessfully defended their women's tag team championships against Lyra Valkyria and replacing a injured Bailey. Becky Lynch. It was a great moment. Um, I love Bailey, so I don't think that she should have
Mhm.
gotten the shaft in that way. And this was a decent match for what it was. A lot of people are happy that she's back, but upset of like that it was at Bailey's expense. I might have to go to you, Les, for this. What'd you think about this match, and what'd you think about this replacement being so last minute?
Um, the replacement being last minute, I feel like they had this planned a long time, and they just executed it the night before, so nobody would be speculating about her returning. But then they gave it away on the pre-show, so it's like, uh,
Literally.
I'm sorry, bro, but it's like that's why I didn't watch night one's pre-show. You feel me? So I didn't see Bailey get attacked and all that. And then so I was like, oh, they doing stuff like that. All right, let me watch night two. Then I'm watching the pre-show, and then it's like, oh, well, she might have a person that's from fellow countryman and all this stuff. It's like, come on, bro. Like, if you wanted to be a surprise, let it be a surprise. Feel me? Like that's one of the main elements to wrestling, the surprise element, you know. And then I'm like, the match was okay, but I'm tired of them putting like double champions, like with the women. having a woman have they got the singles title, but then you're gonna put her as a tag team champion as well. Like, what are we doing? Why have her have the singles belt? For all that, just have her lose it to Bailey last week or whatever. Like, if y'all was gonna do that,
Mhm.
and then y'all could, Bailey injured, vacate the title, have a tournament. Like they got a deep roster and they never use it for the women.
I'll say this. Lara Valkyria, and time will tell on this if this will remain true, but she's one of those people, she does the woo, woo, right? And for me, I do this instead.
You're not the only person though. You're not.
Look, man, she's very good in the ring. And
Yeah.
I do like her gimmick and the wings and the woo and everything. But I do not understand what merits her being not just a double champion, but being in that spot at WrestleMania. Sure, the Irish girls, I guess, but you know who could have used the WrestleMania spot? Roxanne, who
I was gonna
was
say Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, facts.
Chelsea Green, who has earned every little thing, and it's been every
Yes.
little thing that
And
they've
she got
given.
the secret Hervis.
I mean, sure. And
Yeah.
that's where I am. Sometimes these things confuse me. Um, you know, I just don't get. I don't know. Lyra is like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever, cool.
Chelsea is definitely someone who deserves to be a double champ. If you're gonna have somebody be a double champ,
Because all right, here's the thing with
Exactly.
Chelsea. Like she pulls me in. Like if she's on TV, all right, I'm gonna
You're
be tuned.
watching.
Right, Lyra, man, that I could go watch paint dry. And be,
I forgot that she was the Intercontinental Women Champion. I forgot that belt existed. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie, because they don't do enough with her.
right.
You
yeah,
know,
it's better
and
off giving it to
I
Dakota Kai.
exactly. And
Uh,
then I was upset because, like, why you got to do Bailey like this? You did Bailey wrong last year because you kept on forgetting that she was in WrestleMania. You did Bailey wrong this year. Like, come on. Like, something has to give with Bailey. And Bailey, in my opinion, is the one of the best out of the four.
That's a fact.
yeah, man.
Like,
I I mean, Mercedes Monet. She was talking about, or she put some tweets out about
she put a
uh,
tweet that had like
implying
you phone
that call me,
dollars.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
you over here. So
Why? So
I
she
think
could just be on her back for her?
hey yo.
Yeah.
First of all, um, they'll have great. Man, I'll say, man, Ricochet, man. I didn't think that would work, and it's gone very well for him over there. So that one, I was 1,000% wrong. So
Yeah.
you know, um, and Liv herself, was the MVP last year, and she's in the tag team match. I said it before. She has as much merit as Rhea did to be in that title match, which would be none.
Hmm.
So you know, yeah, it was
And the
it was a little
match was
confusing.
decent.
Yeah, it was decent,
Yeah,
man. It was a great moment.
the match was, yeah. Like, I love Becky, and I'm not like, it's not like I'm mad that she's back. I'm just mad the way they did it.
Yeah, yeah, same. And I hope again. I'm not saying Bailey should turn heel or something, nothing like that, but they got her. They got to pay her back. Um, Tenfold.
Like, who injured her? Was it Becky?
Yeah, do something, and then
Like,
Becky gotta or Bailey gotta get her lick back
We
yeah.
gonna
at
run the
least.
story twice.
Yeah.
I know, but people every few years they run through that cycle again, right? So,
But this
Yeah.
close, like you still
well,
is
the
the
last time they feuded was like,
now I'm
oh, it
talking
was like
about like
No,
I'm talking
but
about
like
the
someone getting
somebody
injured.
injuring the person
oh,
to take for the spot and then oh my
Yeah.
god is the most obvious person, you
oh,
know?
right, right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Well, congratulations to Lara Valkyria and Becky Lynch. Even though again I said what I said about Lyra. She deserves every bit of success that she's gotten. It's just not really for me yet. Maybe down the road, maybe it'll click with me down the road. But uh, this is what we're here, right? In your main event. Whew, here we go. In your main event, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes defends the undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. Crowd was hot for this. Big fight field. Um, John Cena's entrance, just the black and white font, that was beautiful. I loved it. Cody's entrance was great too. I liked his mask, even though the way it
Mhm.
came up with like a little. But I love the entrances. The match was slow. It was okay, but I thought like, oh yeah, that's they're gonna work that style because it's he's a heel now. He's not gonna be fast paced for y'all. I love the five moves of doom being like this very methodical, just like I'm not gonna
Mhm.
get you excited about it type of sequence. But this match was just okay. Travis Scott comes out and
Slow as fuck.
right, so I
Slow
think
as
they call it a
He
run
thought he
in
was
for a
moving at high
reason.
speed.
They call it a run-in for a reason,
fuck.
and I guess they didn't tell him that. And he didn't necessarily have to run, but I mean, my guy
Move
stood
with
on the
some
stage for
urgency.
like 3 minutes, and then he took about 18 more minutes to walk down, and then he took about 5 more minutes to get in the ring. And
And 3 minutes to get out the ring. Cody was trying to get this man out the ring after.
after the crossroads, so
He was like, "Get out,
Like, no, I'm stalling. I'm stalling.
Yo, this man was there forever."
They taught me when you sell, you gotta be really dead. I thought he legit got knocked out for a second. I ain't gonna lie.
he,
Well, with the glasses on, he probably got hurt.
uh, should have gotten hurt more. Anyway, no, that's messed up, man. I don't mean that. Look, we talked about the Cena turn way back when, and we all agreed that it was perfect. The only blemish was just Travis Scott's being. And I'm not gonna say that this match was great up until that point, but it doesn't. Travis Scott's being didn't help here, and um, I realized afterwards, like, oh, that maybe I was unrealistic for expecting actual receipt, but when we
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
really
it,
want it.
I'm like, oh, well, that feels like a cop out a little bit. The crowd would have really loved that. That they've been waiting for that, and that added extra layer to the story. That was accidental, but that didn't happen. And then Cena is about to hit him with the belt, and Cody stops him. He's a strong man. He just stops him,
Hmm.
and he has it. And Cena's begging, like, please don't, doing the old Eddie Guerrero, like, just
Hmm.
please don't, da da da. And Cody, who in about May or something like that had an I Quit match with AJ Styles, and he has some steel steps. And AJ Styles said, I quit on some, please don't hit me with those steps.
Hmm.
I quit. And Cody retains his championship. And he still hit him with the steps. Why couldn't Cody hit him with the belt?
That's his
Cody
idol.
always, yo, no. Cody always wants to be on the titty tatter of like, am I a heel? Am I a face? I don't know. like,
This man, kayfabe,
like
nearly paralyzed Kevin Owens. But the belt, hitting him with the belt, that's too far. Okay, okay. All right.
this is
Please,
what
y'all
he's
go.
like. All he's always titty tattering, and I think this match wasn't as explosive, I would say, as people wanted it. Wasn't as like interesting as people wanted. You know what I mean? The match was a match for sure. And I think it works in what Cena is trying to accomplish with his character, but it kind of diminishes Cody's character because now Cody's like what are you scared face? Like what are we here? What are we talking about?
You look like a whole bitch. Like he.
Meanwhile, I'm holding my tongue. You're like, he's a whole bitch. That's what it is.
I'm sorry, man. It's like
I'm not, and you're not wrong. That's what he looked like on the ramp for another WrestleMania.
he's like
hmm
up and down. I'll say this,
Like,
and then I'll let you go, Les. Uh, there's a there's just a point where there's this thing in wrestling lore for those uninitiated. It's called the 3 month rule, and that's when after a certain amount of time, usually 3 months, you could beat someone up till they're bloodied. You can hit them with a belt. You can antagonize their mother, and after a few months, you can just be cool with them. That has happened this calendar year
mhm,
with Rock and Cody, where they're
literally.
friends in like the Netflix episode, the debut, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like this man was that's your mom's, bro. But I don't know, kayfabe, whatever, man. So Cody's just looking terrible here. I don't understand. I don't get it. Um, Good for Cena though. The pop because
Mhm.
I didn't think he was gonna win off of like that.
Yeah.
Especially when the ref took a little minute to get back in. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's kicking. Then he gets the three. I was like, oh, and then the crowd erupts. The crowd loved Cena. They were booing Cody. Um, hey man, interested to see where this story goes. Though I will be I'll be honest with you there. But John Cena wins his 17th world title. It is now a record, beating Ric Flair's. We know about that. It's really 21, but there you go, man.
Ric Flair doesn't even know how many it is. Like, bro, he's like, I can't count the many times I disowned it, like
Right.
lost it, won it, lost it, won it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Leslie.
Nah, my man Cena definitely put on a great show. I did not like Travis Scott being there again. Uh, the way I would have did it, right? This is how I'd have booked the match, right? If you like have to include Travis Scott, you know. So when he came down, he pulled the referee out the ring, right? Then what they should have did, right? Have the referee get up and be like, "Oh nah, DQ, DQ," right? And then the crowd go boo and all that. Then the Rock come out. Then he be like, "Nah, I'm on the
The final
board.
boss.
I'm the final boss.
You
I am the
don't even start
boss.
this match on
We gonna
fire.
Yeah.
restart this match." And right before they ring the bell, that's when Cena hit him with the belt. And then when they ring the bell, hit him with a slow AA, like, and then pin him.
You wouldn't have Rock get in the Rock Bottom in there.
Nah, Rock just come out, make the announcement, and dip.
All right. Um, I really wanted Austin to. And this is someone actually I forgot to mention. Austin to come out and hit the Rock with a stunner one last time. But Austin did, and this is a sidebar. He did come out to announce the attendance record,
Then he hit the
and
barricade with a stunner.
and
And a fa- Yo,
and he also hit the ramp.
basically.
He also hit the ramp, so he
My man couldn't even make the entrance.
man, man, you're just gonna have to walk down like everybody else, man. Uh, Man, shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin though. That's the goat. Um, but yeah, this didn't go how like any of us I think wanted it to. What did y'all think about The Rock's absence?
It felt what was it? Survivor Series.
Oh, I'm still trying to forget.
Without we were at Survivor Series and The Rock never appeared, but an egg did. So like, at least they didn't like hint at him and him not being there. You
True,
know,
true,
I'll give that.
true.
I'll give that, but he should have been there.
For those that may be forgetting, it was a Survivor Series. It was the 25th anniversary of The Rock's debut. So this was 2021, if my math is correct, from '96.
And Barclays.
Right, at Barclays. And they kept sort of teasing that he was going to pop up. And they kept promoting, I think, his movie he had on Netflix.
That's
Hmm.
that's
And then
the event
wrap.
that Roman started the show on purpose, so that we weren't like, oh, it's gonna be Roman and Rock at the end. Roman
Yeah,
started the
yeah,
show.
yeah. But yeah, I what is it? Two thumbs down from everybody on this match and this result. But are you interested going forward though?
Yeah.
It's one thumb up, one thumb down, and then the rest of the story will let it know if the other thumb comes back up.
So you're in Gladiator, right? You're like
Yeah, yeah. Will he or
Yeah.
won't he?
copy. Well, we're gonna be seeing that soon because we got some playoff basketball to watch. We got Monday Night Raw to watch. This is a special edition of MCW, and we're
Yes.
glad that you were here with us. We hope that you enjoyed watching us talk about WrestleMania more than we enjoyed it watching it. But before we go, give me like a night 2 rating. I'll just say a 7 out of 10.
Mm,
7.5.
I said it.
I say an
I
eight.
say 8 out of 10. Yeah. Me and Leslie are on the same page.
Facts, man. I don't know what wavelength we are on. But man, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta catch up on some things. Like I said, playoff basketball, Monday Night Raw. We'll be back with y'all on Friday,
Friday.
as we usually are. We'll
And we'll definitely
talk
talk
about
about Raw on the next
a thousand
episode,
percent. And hey,
cause
the Knicks, they're trying to go
something
to.
happened on Raw.
We will get there. We will get there.
Yeah. Till then, on behalf of Les and Bianca, no Belair, uh, my name is Vic, and we'll see y'all next time.
Uh. 80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory, just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy, then leap. We kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.